Welcome, Cancer and Cancer Cross Watchers, to your monthly love reading. Whoops, throwing cards all over the place. For your monthly love reading for February 2023. So my phone has been giving me some problems. That's why I have a different, using a different camera. So I hope that the volume is okay. I did check, but you let me know if it's working or not. So, okay. I hope you guys are having a great week and that everything's going really well. Wow. You know, sometimes you can shuffle for forever and nothing comes out, and other times it's just like boom, 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 right? So thanks for stopping by my channel today. Ooh. So if you're new here, welcome. I'll just say this quickly so we can get into the read. So I have the longer reads that are released on Thursdays, and then weekly love reads are released every Sunday. We just need a card for the relationship situation. So can we get more? Wow. So we actually have 3 2s here. So definitely it is the energy of something coming together. This is what I'm seeing initially here. I actually feel like okay. I'm kind of getting conflicting messages from your energy here, because I feel like to a certain extent it's like you've kind of decided how you're going to handle a situation, and I feel like it's almost like you're done manifesting it. And now let me flesh that out a little bit. Manifesting in it in like you're no longer just trying to attract the energy, right? It's like now you're in that action stage and you're moving forward. And I feel to a certain extent there's somebody here that really is kind of lighting you up. I feel like if you were kind of like on the fence, I want to kind of see, it's like this person knew exactly what they wanted. They saw you, they wanted you, and like, I almost want to like, and now they're going to have you. So on your person's end here, we have the 3 of Cups, which sometimes can mean like some third-party energy, but here, sorry, I'm just realizing my arm's in the way. Please bear with me as I get used to shooting at a different angle. I actually feel that this person, either they've been doing a lot of thinking on their own, or I feel like this person has been getting some advice from somebody. I feel like they have been, what's interesting is it's like, it's not so much that this person is getting advice. I feel like they just have people that are kind of like sounding boards. You know what I mean? That it's like, they seem to be the kind of people, and your person seems to be the kind of person that they don't actually need advice. It's like they just kind of have to talk out loud and have somebody kind of rephrase it and send it back to them for them to realize what it is that they need to do. It's like that just might be their problem solving process sort of thing. It's almost like this person may have done it under the guise of like, oh, I'm just going to go meet so-and-so for this or that. It's like they might have done it under this, sorry, I'm drinking coffee because I like it. So I apologize that my cup is in here, but it's here. So I feel like this person may have either like, it was at an event or a party, or like when people were out for dinner or something like that, that like they pulled a couple people to the side and had like a mini powwow. Or this person, it's almost like the truth about what they really want seems to come out after they have, after they kind of like relax and maybe have some food. I know not everybody, drinks, so it's not about that. It's that there's something about kind of sitting around a table with food and talking to people that seems to make this person really open up. And it's not that they're closed off normally. It just kind of feels like they wait. I want to say like they wait for the perfect time and place to have that kind of a discussion. I feel like to a certain extent that it's like they may be talking, they may be thinking like they're making a decision, but they've already made it. Oh, yes, they have. um, because the Two of Wands here is what's in their heart space, right? So it's like maybe their head is like hemming and hawing and mer, mer, mer. And it's like, and they're going to get into this space where they talk out loud so that they can kind of figure out what it is that their heart wants here. Excuse me. Also, I think I said this already, but if the sound is bad, could you let me know in the comments? Anyway, so it's almost like when this person either faces or realizes what it is that they actually want, it's almost like this lightning rod into this flurry of activity. You know what's really, I actually kind of feel like you may expect something coming from this person because this is your actions or intentions towards them, the Strength card, right? So it's like you may kind of expect there to be a little something that comes your way. But I'm not so sure that you will be prepared for what actually comes. And that's not in a negative light at all. It actually feels like this person, it's almost like there's things that they've wanted to talk to you about that they haven't been able to. It's like that, almost like that they've been kind of dying to talk to you about certain things. And when they come in, it's almost like you're kind of a little bit up in your feelers sort of thing. And it's like you might not realize how much this person has been holding back that they wanted to talk to you about because they just kind of go off. And not in a like they're going off on you, but they just, it's almost like a motor, like they just kind of can't stop talking. You know what it feels like? It actually feels like every other part of the universe, except for their headspace, knew what was going on and was ready. And it's like once that kind of trickles, you know, once they have that conversation and that information allows them to do what it is that they wanted to do, it's almost like everything's for them. It's going to seem everything's moving really quickly, but I feel like because you kind of saw what was going on ahead of time, it doesn't actually seem like it's as fast for you as it is for them. It's like it might seem like a little like there's a lot going on for you, but for them it's like it's a whirlwind. It's a whirlwind of activity. Um, and it actually feels like they're really happy in it, if I'm being totally honest. So we have the Chariot and the Two of Swords reversed here as what's in your headspace or what you're thinking about this person. So I feel like here you're actually seeing somebody's shortcomings here. It's like the veil is off. You know, the Two of Swords talks about not being able to see something really that's right in front of you or purposefully denying it. And I feel like you might actually see this situation that it's like you can feel the writing on the wall. I want to say that you are, it's like you know that whatever is coming around the corner is kind of big. I feel like you think that you know what to expect, but you you won't. I feel like you'll be surprised regardless of the preparations or the you know, whatever you've braced yourself for. Excuse me. And I actually feel like that's because this person seems to have a real childlike quality about them, and not that, you know, that they act like a child in a immature sort of way, but in a innocent, like they want to grab your hand and go experience life with you kind of way. Um, but here's the thing. I feel like there's something that maybe you're not seeing here. And it actually feels I almost want to say that like I feel like you're looking at the situation like this person might not be that invested. Um, I do feel that there's something that you believe to be true about the situation, but you have started to get flags that would indicate that the opposite is true. And I feel like for some reason you're pushing that away. It does feel like you are feeling really confident. It feels like you actually kind of feel, I want to say that like this person makes you feel really beautiful and really admired. But we have the Magician reversed is what's in your heart space. So whatever's happened here, whatever's transpired, um, if you felt in the past that you had to give part of yourself up for this connection to happen, that ain't happening. No, sir. Like, that is not happening. I feel like you have, it's like as much as you want anybody, you have zero intention of sacrificing, any part of your happiness for anybody. And it's almost like if that results in you passing up on opportunities that seem a little bit iffy because you're not taking any chances, it's like, yeah, okay, well, if they're iffy, then they're iffy. And then, problem solved. You know what I mean? It's like problem solved. It's almost like it's a no brainer to you. Um, I do feel that this person kind of puts you up in your feelers, I'm going to be honest. But because you actually have a really strong mindset here, it's like you're open to it, but if this falls flat, it's not gonna, like, it'll be no skin off your nose. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're in love with your dang self. Thanks very much. You know what I mean? And it's not a like, conceited, oh, I'm the best thing since baked bread sort of love. It's a I worked my tail off to get to where I am, and nobody's gonna take this, you know, the inner strength that I've developed from me. Thank you very much. So I'm just gonna have some coffee here. So what we have is the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this person may not actually realize the precarious position that they've put themselves in. I feel like to a certain extent, it's like there's something funny here from your perspective about them needing sounding boards. I feel like to a certain extent, it might make you feel like, well, why can't they just make the decision on their own? You know what I mean? It's like, why can't they have that conversation with themselves? It doesn't feel like it's a huge deal to you, but it's there. You know what I mean? And I also feel that, hold on for a second. It's almost like you seem to struggle with why this person can't kind of like grab the bull by the horns and just do it themselves. I feel like that might be why you're not putting a whole lot of stock in whatever this is. It's like, okay, yeah, let's see this, but you're not expecting it to, you know, you're just not really expecting it to be any type of thing. I actually feel like your expectations are low. And not because, like, you have a low standard sort of thing, but more because it feels like there's this, like, intuitive sort of nudge from you that, like, it feels a little bit, I'll be honest, okay, that it's like you manifested something and then you got it and you were like, oh, yeah, but I didn't know about these things. I didn't know about that, and I didn't know about that, and I definitely didn't know about that. And it's like you're kind of like, oh, you know what, I think I'll maybe start to give it a try. And it, like, there does seem to be, it's almost like a 30% chance that you'll enjoy this experience and like a 60% chance that you won't, and then there's 10% in there that you kind of don't. You're just like, yeah, you know what, I'm not really sure. So can we get a clarifier for this Magician reverse? Yeah, like, I feel like as you move through this situation, you start to see that actually, it's like you might see it that this person uses those friends as a crutch. And I feel like you start to see that it's like, it almost seems like it's a weakness to them, whereas they see it as a real strength. But I actually feel like those other two that give this person advice, it's like they actually seem to be very opinionated. I feel like they are Two of Swords. So you have the Two of Swords reversed, and then we have the Two of Swords upright here. I feel like your person... Hold on. I do feel that these other two that are kind of opinionated, they have the best of intentions. And I feel like they feel that they're kind of like helping and counseling your person, not realizing that it's like that they're putting what they would want onto your person rather than actually helping your person kind of sort things out. So it's almost like if your person doesn't have enough information to go either way, let's say they think it's going to be 50% this way and 50% this way, and it's like, and these people that they ask sway them to one side, it's like then they go. You know what I mean? And I feel like that it actually may be bringing them, it doesn't mean it's bad results all the time, right? But I feel like it's bringing them mixed results. Woo! The King of Wands is always a very passionate sort of energy here. So we have the King of Wands. I was just kind of asking where your person is. I feel like they are... It's like they're more evolved than you think they are, but they're less evolved than they think they are, if that makes sense. Which is like, which is causing you to underestimate them and them to overestimate their efforts, which means like they're going to say, you know, I can do these 3 things, and then they come in and they can only do 2. And so it's confirming to you that like, well, you know what, they're not capable of doing what they say they can do. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's this unfortunate dynamic here. This is asking for the Two of Wands here. Oh my gosh. So we have the Two of Wands upright, clarified by the High Priestess, and the Two of Wands reversed. So I was kind of asking, it was to ask, like, how does this all kind of play in? How does this King of Wands energy play in here? And I feel like your person, whoops, they may have, my foot just hit the printer, sorry guys. They may actually have themselves in a position where they struggle to have faith in their own ability to make decisions. And not to make decisions, but to make the right decision, right? So it just kind of feels like this person is, they may feel, I don't know how to say this. You might notice some of their shine being dulled. And I feel like it's because there's something that they have to do. Hold on for a second. It actually feels like there's some anger and frustration that this person's going through. And I feel like that actually may be because it's like this person goes to these two for their advice. These two give their honest and well-meaning advice. Although there's a little bit of controlling energy in there. But anyway, it's, you know, at the end of the day, those two feel that like they do have your person's best interests at heart, but those people think that they know what your person needs better than your person does. So it's like they're going to try to take control of the situation. And I feel to a certain extent there's some resentment coming from your person because they don't feel respected. And I feel like that's kind of putting them into an energy where it's like, if the people closest to me don't respect me, they kind of start to expect other people to not respect them. And it's just kind of turning into this almost like vicious cycle that's putting someone that is naturally very confident in a like not confident energy. In an energy where it's like they feel like they can't trust themselves. Huzzah! So we have the Ace of Wands here, which is like excellent. So I feel like your person is going to be faced with a decision that is going to require them for whatever reason. It's like they're going to have to make this decision without that sounding board. And of course, like, they can make decisions on their own, right? Sorry, I'm just realizing that it's all bunched up there, and that's driving me crazy now. What is happening? Sorry, guys. I know I'm kind of obsessing about this, and I apologize. Okay. So anyway, I feel like your person is going to be presented with like, hey, here's this opportunity. And I feel like you may see that opportunity come and you may see that opportunity pass this person by because they're actually focused in the wrong direction. So, sorry, I should have said that out loud. I was asking what's the opportunity. Ace of Swords, Eight of Cups, Empress. For the love of God. Oh my gosh. It's like your person is, it's like they're smack dab in the middle of some drama. So the Ace of Wands is a load of crap. I feel like it is something that I wanted to say that like your person hasn't quite walked away from, but that doesn't feel right. It feels more, I think we're going to do it. I feel in the past, whatever this new beginning is that's kind of being offered, that I feel a lot of people might be looking at it like, oh, you know, whoever this King of Wands is should really be looking at this opportunity and they're letting it pass them by and so on and so forth. However, the King of Wands, while can be a bit chaotic and impulsive, is not a fool. It's not the page that doesn't have a whole lot of experience. It's not the knight that's trying to make their place in the world and kind of like force their way in and you know, mold things that aren't moldable. It's somebody that has a bit of experience. And I feel like your person knows that whatever this Ace of Wands is some bullshit. I feel like it's like they know that it's not the opportunity that everybody else thinks it is. And I feel like to a certain extent, it's like maybe this person asks other people's opinion when they want it. But if they have like a hard and fast, like, I'm not doing that, then I want to say like, guess what? They're not doing it. And I feel like that may be what this is. I feel like to a certain extent, your person may not have, it's almost like they don't want to openly reject the offer. And I feel like that's because people will feel like they're heartless. Or it's like everyone's going to be like, oh, that cold-hearted so-and-so. And so it's like they just kind of let that offer stand, if that makes sense. And it's like if such a time comes that your person's interested in that offer and they want to take it, they will, but I don't think they will. Can we get a couple for this strength card and then I'll close out the read. Strength card for Cancer. Whatever's going on between this person and these two and your person or whatever, what I'm seeing, judge for yourself, do not get involved. I don't know what's going on with all of them and why there's all this kind of like drama surrounding it. Um, but it kind of feels like if this King of Wands wants to approach you, number one, if the King of Wands wants something, they're going to come and get it. Regardless of gender, that's just what the King of Wands does. And I feel like with this Three of Cups reversed, whatever's going on, it kind of feels like if this King of Wands is going to come towards you, it'll be when the dust settles. It'll be, I want to say, it's almost like, is it cool if I say this? I feel like this King of Wands, they seem to be putting some sort of plan into place, but what's interesting is that they don't know all of the steps of the plan. It's like they're doing things that don't make a whole lot of sense to them, but it's like it doesn't feel good necessarily, but it feels like right. Like, yeah, I think that's right. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me right now, but it's like they feel like it's part of a bigger plan and they're just going to do it. And I feel like there may be times where you kind of see the, shiz hitting the fan for this person. And I feel like there's a message here that, how do I say this? It feels like this person might not give you the attention or treat you the way even that they feel that you need to be treated, because there's something else that's a very pressing issue that they're going to address first, because it's like it feels like it's something to do with their livelihood or their home, some sort of element of security in their life. So I think I'll leave it there, Cancer. If this reading resonated, I hope that it was helpful and brought you some clarity. If you'd like a private reading with me, my email is below in the description box, and we'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.